Okay, so you're looking at opening a jiu-jitsu gym. So I've been running Saiyan Jiu Jitsu for about 5 years now. And here's some advice I wish people would have told me in the beginning that would have definitely helped me out a lot compared to me just opening and not knowing what's going on, all that stuff. So we'll get into 5 things that I think will help you in the very beginning of opening your own gym. Okay, so point number 1, start small and grow into something bigger. So a lot of people make the mistake of getting the perfect facility when they first open. So they get a giant building, throw some mats down, and then think that overnight they're just gonna be full of people and be able to pay for the rent. Which, if you save up and you can cover 6 months of rent, great, but you're gonna end up going out of business because it's gonna take you forever to break even, and you'll eventually run out of money that way. So for me, when I started Saiyan Jiu Jitsu, we started in my garage. I bought a 20 by 20 mat space and then started teaching classes. We built up some students and all that. And then finally decided to start looking for a building, found a building for about $700 a month. And we moved in. When we first moved in, we were just under breaking even. So after about 3 months, I stopped paying out of pocket to pay like the electricity and all that. And then we started making a little bit of money and we grew, and then we kind of outgrew the space we had because I doubled the mat space. So then we had a 20 by 40 mat. So then we ended up taking a wall out and taking the space next to us. So then I added more mat space and we're where we're at now. So right now we're making a decent amount of money and able to stay ahead. Versus if I would have rented a building in the very beginning with no students and then went from there, we would have ended up going out of business in 6 months because it took forever to build up students to the point that we could actually do what we were trying to do. So my point in all that is it's better to start small and outgrow your space than to start big and have 2 people show up to class and then you have 3,000 square foot of mat space. So if you're gonna start small. Our second point is don't water down your classes. And what I mean by that is don't tailor classes to keep people there and don't tailor classes to what people want to an extent. And what I mean by that is if you have people that all they want to do is wrestle, you have people that all they want to do is do leg locks, whatever, in jiu-jitsu, don't tailor class to people. Because all you're gonna do is alienate the people that don't wanna do that stuff, and then they're gonna start leaving, and then now you're in the boat to where you can't pay your rent. So don't water down jiu-jitsu, don't make it easy. That's what I've noticed with us is I hold a standard, and that's our standard. We train hard, and if you come in and you don't like that, there's other places that are easy. You can go in, drill a little bit, not really roll, and then call it a day. That's fine. Those are the people that I don't want. Versus getting people that come in and want to train, they want to get better at jiu-jitsu, they like rolling, they like drilling, learning, whatever. So don't water it down. You need to have a standard, you need to hold that standard. Whether it's how you run class, promotions, all that stuff. Don't water it down just to keep people, because all that's gonna do is the people that are serious and want to compete, want to get better at jiu-jitsu, like training hard, they're gonna go find somewhere else to train because they're not getting what they want. And something that I heard a long time ago that has always made sense to me is don't sell your beliefs for money. So like, I believe jiu-jitsu should be hard. I believe that you should train hard. And I believe in holding a standard for everybody, not just I promote whoever shows up. So I will never change any of that to make money off of it, which it's a business, you have to make money, but there's other ways to do it. And if you run a great program and you know how to run classes, you're a good instructor, people will come in. So don't sell your beliefs for money. And don't water down jiu-jitsu just to keep people, because at the end of the day, you will regret doing it. Okay, point number 3, pay for software. So there's so many different software options you can use being a martial arts school, a gym, whatever, that will help you so much. So when I first opened, I tried to just sign a piece of paper as the waiver, I took cash and all that, and it made my life so hard because then I had to track who had paid for the month, who hadn't paid for the month, go deposit the cash, who signed the waivers. Now I got to hold on to the waivers. So when I first opened, I used a program called Martialytics, and what that did was people gave me their email address, it emailed them the waiver, a way to sign up, and then I can add a membership to their account. So it did the billing, everything for me, and it made my life so much easier to where I didn't have to deal with that headache. And then we moved into like Gym Desk and started using that, which paid software. It was like 60 bucks a month. We got a website with it. We got memberships. People could just go in and add their membership. It did the billing for us. It would just send an invoice. They paid it, and once they paid it, their card was on file, and it would charge that card every month for me. And it made my life so much easier to where I didn't have to deal with that headache. Now we use a system called Push Press, and what that does is I can incorporate the Saiyan Fit workouts we do, like the CrossFit style workouts we do for strength and conditioning, in there into the members app, so people can see that, go in, post their scores, all that. And it's made my life so much easier because now I have QR codes that when people come in, I don't have to sit there and like get them in the system, get them to sign the waiver, do all this. All they do is scan a QR code, and then it takes them to the website. They sign up, sign the waiver, and then whenever their free week is up, it adds their membership and then does the billing, requests the card. It does everything for us, and it's made it so much easier. And for those of you that, because I get it in the beginning, that spending money on software is, using that is a free option. You just don't get like a website or anything with it, but it's a free option to do billing, and it helps so much. So if you're gonna open a jiu-jitsu school, leverage some software to take that off of you, because like I said, when we first, probably the first like 3 or 4 months we were open, I was doing everything myself cash-wise, and it made my life so much harder than it is now. Now I don't have to do anything. It tells me when people's cards get declined. It tells me when people's memberships are expired for like the free week or whatever, and then I can go in and do what I need to do. So definitely invest in some software. You will not regret it. It makes your life easier. And like I said, Push Press is free for anybody that's on a budget. Just go ahead and make an account, and they'll try to sell you the paid tiers, which are worth it once you make enough money that you can do that, but you don't have to. Okay, so our fourth point is remember that everybody is paying for a service. So what I mean by that is everybody is paying for you to teach jiu-jitsu, have a clean training facility, a safe environment to train in, and all that. And it's up to you to do those things. So people pay you for your knowledge, your classes, whatever you want to call it. And if you are not delivering, people will go somewhere that is. So to me, I run high quality classes. I make sure that I plan everything out ahead of time instead of just come in, show whatever technique I'm thinking of that day and all that, and build a curriculum, which if you work a full-time job and you're trying to do this on the side, a little rough. But this is what I do full-time, so I can plan out an entire month at once on what we're gonna work on, what skills we're gonna build, all that. The other thing with that is, remember, you're running a business, you have to make money. That's how it works. Like, obviously the doors can't be open if you're not making money, but you also have to treat people like they're people. And most people get a really good sense of if you see them as money or you see them as a person. So me personally, I don't want to get rich off people. I want to teach jiu-jitsu, build athletes, and grow this place. The money is great and all that, but treating people as their money will make people go somewhere else because they don't feel valued. The other thing with that is people are paying for a clean facility. They're paying to be safe and all that. So that's the thing, like you are everything when it comes to running a jiu-jitsu school. You're the coach, you're the business owner, you do the billing, you do signups, you do everything. You're a janitor, you clean the bathrooms, you clean the mats, you clean the floors. Anything that's broken, you fix it. So like you have to learn how to do all this stuff. And for me, that was rough in the beginning. I had a hard time trying to figure out how to do everything. Other side of that too is everybody will come to you with their problems. And that's where if you don't make people feel heard and like they're a person and you just kind of brush them off, that'll make them go somewhere else too. So you become a therapist too. And to me, I always joke that I'm everybody's dad because that's how it feels. Everybody comes and talks to me about what's going on in their life, ask me for advice, all that stuff. And it's a part of it. And you have to make people feel like they're valued instead of just money. So obviously people have to pay fees, you have to pay bills, all that, but they're paying for a service. They're paying to come in here and blow off some steam, get in shape, learn jiu-jitsu, not get staph, not get ringworm, all that stuff. So you have to facilitate those things. And I've been to plenty of places where the instructor is a jerk and doesn't want you to ask them any questions, which in the middle of class, not a great time. I usually tell people just ask me after class, or a lot of times when we do like open, I'll be like, hey, anybody have any questions? Let's work on what you guys want to work on. But yeah, you have to facilitate that stuff. And it's super rough in the beginning trying to figure out how to be everything. So my advice on that is if you're gonna open, realize that the entirety of the business relies on you. I mean, if you get help, great. And I'm to the point now where I have purple belts that help me run class when I can't be here. I have people that will help me with anything that I need. And that took a lot of time to build to where I didn't have to be here for every class. But yeah, so remember, sell them a service, but also treat them like people. Okay, so point number 5, culture is what keeps people. So if you have a great culture and people want to be at class, they want to stay here, you have to like force them to leave after class because you want to go home, you will be so successful compared to other places where people don't want to come to class because they're afraid they're going to get hurt. They're afraid that they're going to get shunned because there's cliques, which we'll get into that in a second with like the whole culty vibe. But yeah, the culture you have and the culture you build is what's going to keep people. If people are in here acting like idiots, it pushes people away to where they'll go find somewhere that fits more of what they want. So a lot of jiu-jitsu schools become cults. And that's what I hate to see, is the whole culty vibe. And a lot of places will put the instructor on a pedestal where he's like God's gift to jiu-jitsu and the greatest thing ever. And most of the time they're not very good. And then they start a cult where like to come in and be a part of that cult, you pretty much have to sell your soul to the school, sign a contract, do this, do that. It gets more into like McDojo stuff, but a lot of people don't like that. It will turn people off, especially if they've trained at a legit jiu-jitsu school that isn't like that and they come in and see that, it will turn them away. And I love when we get people that have already trained that come from other places and bring like a different style of jiu-jitsu in here. So yeah, if you create a cult, it just pushes people away. And the other side of that is if you create an environment where people are coming in, ripping submissions, hurting people constantly, it just makes people not want to train. And for me, I would rather people want to be here and enjoy training and like training hard versus, oh, I'm gonna get hurt if I go to class because it's no-gi and we do leg locks and this dude rips leg locks, so I'm gonna skip class tonight, or I'm just gonna quit coming altogether. And I've seen that quite a bit with some schools that I've visited before, to where I'll go in and it's some dude I've never rolled with, and he's trying to rip every submission on me. And I'm just like, dude, like, I'm just here to roll. Like, I don't know you. Why are you like trying to break my arm? And yeah, building a good culture means the world for your business. So like we have a great culture where for the most part, if you come in and you do not know jiu-jitsu, pretty much everybody in here will be super helpful on, okay, like we'll roll around, I'll show you something and then I'll just let you do it while I resist a little bit. Something like that, letting new people work. And then if we get like drop-ins that are higher belts, everybody will give them good rounds, but they don't go like look at it as, oh, this purple belt or brown belt's dropping in. If I submit him, I'll look really good. Like our guys don't look at that like that. And it makes for a good environment where we have plenty of people that drop in from other places whenever they're in town. So yeah, definitely build a culture. It will keep people there. Okay, so that's basically it. If you're starting out, there's a little bit more to it, but those are the basic things you need to know, like start small. Okay, so that's really it. It's pretty simple. Like you just open up and do the right things and you'll be successful for the most part. I mean, there's factors in there that could change that, but biggest things, start small, keep the jiu-jitsu real, pay for software, treat it like a business, but treat people like people. And then culture matters. So if you have a bad environment, people will not stay. Just build a place that people want to train at and want to be at. So that's what I got. If you're looking at opening a jiu-jitsu school, let me know. I would definitely love, I travel a lot. I'd love to come check it out when you get open. So I'll catch you guys later.